Hey, it's PJ Agnes for Archangel Self-Defense, and a lot of questions I get have to do with weapons, being attacked with weapons, defending yourself against weapons. So I am really going to talk about three types of weapons. And the first type of weapon is a baseball bat or a pipe, anything that would be considered kind of a blunt instrument. And for, just a very quick rundown in this video, the main thing to remember is all the force is concentrated on the tip of a bat. So let's say I go and I swing it. The force is the greatest at the tip of the bat. So if I get hit with the tip of the bat, it's going to do a lot of damage. And then if I get hit with the middle of the bat, there's less force. And if I get hit by, the handle, even less force. So it's kind of counterintuitive. Instead of stepping away from the bat and trying to run away from it, like you might want to do, unless I can get a good amount of distance where running away is a viable option, I want to actually come into the bat. I want to get really, really close. I want to kind of attack that attacker, and I want all that force to dissipate because I'm too close to get hit with a bat or a pipe or whatever it happens to be, a pool cue. I don't want to be in the range where I can get hit. I want to be too close. Second category of weapon I'm going to talk about is a knife. Now, there are a lot of classes you can take that will teach knife disarms and stuff, and, I teach them too, so they're not bad, but those have a very, very high rate of failure. Even if you're really, really good at them, a knife is very, very dangerous. So your best chance is to get like a blocker or a makeshift shield, so that means if I have like a bar stool that I can put in between me and the knife, I have a chair, I have whatever, I want to put something physically in the way of that knife. And I want to avoid the pointy end of that knife. But knives are very, very dangerous. So all of the stuff that you see in martial arts movies with crescent kicking the knife out of somebody's hand and whatever, I would not advise anyone to try it. Now, guns, third category. Gun crime, where I live in the United States, is actually really low. Most gun deaths are because of suicide. And the second biggest category would be gang-related shootings. So hopefully you will never ever be faced with this. But if you do, run. If you run away from a gun, statistically you will get shot only 4% of the time. And that is surprising to a lot of people, but that is the statistic. I would say, if at all possible, don't run in a straight line. Make sure that you're moving around, stay moving. And if you are within arm's length of the gun and feel that you need to attack it, try to disarm that person, what's very important to keep in mind is sometime during that struggle, whether you're trying to wrestle it away from someone or knock it out of their hand, that gun's going to go off. There's a huge chance that gun's going to go off. So if I'm trying to wrestle a gun away and it's pointed towards my chest, it's going to be bad for me. And if I'm inside, it'll probably be very blinding and very deafening also for anyone who's in the vicinity of that gun going off. So if you can avoid doing that at all costs, just completely avoid it. Weapons are something best avoided. Hopefully none of us will ever find ourselves in that situation, but those are some quick tips on how to deal with it if that ever does happen.